Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. It is 9:30 on a Friday night and I'm at home alone filming and doing laundry. But there's no place I'd rather be. I'm going to be playing with some new stuff from Sedona Lace Beauty. I hadn't heard about them until they reached out to me and wanted to send me a little care package, but yeah, I'm stoked to receive a few items to try out. If you guys have tried any of their stuff, let me know in the comments what you think of it, if you like it. So I have got a beautiful eyeshadow palette here, the Mermaid eyeshadow palette, and then I've got their Luxe Essentials brush kit right here. So I'm going to be playing with these today. If you want to hang out with me on this Friday night as I film and do laundry in the background, then keep watching and let's fucking do it. I got their Luxe Essentials brush set right here. Comes with 4 brushes. They are natural and synthetic hair. This is the Mermaid eyeshadow palette. This is absolutely beautiful. Here we have the inside. Got a little mirror. You can see my stupid note to myself. And then we've got a brush in here as well. I've never felt any shadows like these before. They are so soft, like extremely soft. So I'm really curious to see how it's gonna work with a brush and how it's gonna look on my eyes. This palette is screaming to me, do a two-toned eye. So that's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna dip into Merrill right here, which is the white shade. A lot of powder happening right there. Just kind of putting that down as a base. This brush that the palette came with, it's very stiff. It's stiff and it's large, so I don't think I can use that for my crease. Stiff and large. Una is calling out to me. Kind of want to put that in my crease. I'm going to dip into this one, Michelle. It's literally the most kickback I've ever seen. I sound like Chris Traeger from Parks.
Literally.
I've been watching Parks and Recreation a lot. Like, that's my show right now. There's already so much fallout. And next I'm taking Zale. On the same brush, I just used my little brush sponge cleaner thingy. That's the second time I tapped it. I want to take Madison, just the light green right here. You know, I'm actually starting to think that I don't like the green on that outer corner. I'm gonna go in with a darker color instead. Let's do Sedona. It's not sticking super well. I feel like these shadows don't really layer that well. I want to show you how much powder is in the palette right now. These are the powderiest shadows I've ever used, other than like a loose powder. So I want to be done with this eye, but I feel like, especially on camera, like it just looks like it's like pigment isn't sticking there, or it doesn't look too hot right there. So I'm gonna dip into Adriana and Andriana. Great, I've been saying that wrong the whole time. I'm gonna try to put some pigment on this spot that just doesn't want to hold pigment. Okay, so I'm really trying to press it on there. And now I'm gonna try to do the lightest amount of blending ever. Dude, there's a spot that just won't hold pigment. I'm pissed. I'm gonna get my brush wet. I don't know I don't know what's going on. It almost turned it into like a liner. But now it's hard to blend. Are you not supposed to get your brush wet when you use matte eyeshadows or something? That one spot still, dude, I can't. So this is looking absolutely insane. I don't know if it's my eyes or I just can't do eyeshadow right now, or if it's the palette. I seem to have an issue with eyeshadow sticking to the outside corners of my eyes. No idea what the hell is going on there. I'm gonna see if I can try to salvage this. Bear with me here. See, right now I'm trying to take Una and that's the gray, it's almost black. I'm trying to put that on top of this lightness in the center right here, see? To kind of cover it up. I can't get it to stay on there and like look dark and rich like the swatch does. Yeah, this is a no. I'm gonna do another like first impressions tomorrow because it's late. It's 11 now and I'm so over it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's officially the next day, wearing the same outfit just to stay consistent. Still doing laundry, also to stay consistent. Not really. I am one of those people who pushes off doing laundry until I have literally, like, my closet is just full of dirty laundry, and it takes like 2 whole days to do all of it at once. Anyway, since I know that this palette has an obscene amount of fallout, I'm gonna try to do my eyes first. I don't normally do that, but I'm gonna try it this time because I want to give this palette a fighting chance. Since I don't have anything on my under eyes, I'm gonna pop these on. This is like a hydrogel eye patch, black, pearl, and gold. So I think I got this off eBay, like somewhere. It's cheap. That's what they look like on the inside. They're just little under eye patches. So might as well moisturize a little bit while I do my eyeshadow. Maybe this will catch some fallout. Feels so nice and cool. Especially right after you exfoliate your face. This feels great. I don't think I want to do Shape Tape on my lids this time because I feel like maybe it was too dry. I'm going to try priming with this concealer. This is the Wet n Wild Come Correct concealer. And I know that it's not as dry, so I'm going to set that area with the white shade Merrill. I wanted to keep this entire look just in this palette, but I really want to put my go-to contour shade in my crease just to give my eye like some shape. Right now I'm taking Pearl and I'm going to put that here on the inner portion of this eyelid. And then on the other eye I'm taking Madison. It's just so much easier for me to do like both steps for each eye at the same time. So I'm going to put that in the same spot on this eye. Now I'm taking Michelle and I'm going to put that next to the lighter purple shade, so kind of like right in the middle of the lid, and kind of blending the two together a little bit as I go. I'm taking Zale with that same brush and I'm going to put it in the middle of the lid on the other eye. It looks like as I'm trying to blend, the green is just wearing away right there. So I'm going to add a little bit more of Madison. I'm going to take Lola and put that here on the outer corner of this eye. And kind of blending it into the lighter purple. And now I'll take a tiny blending brush and try to blend out that edge. Looks patchy on camera. I feel like these blend like pretty, but they almost just like blend away into nothing as well. Like the second I touch the pigment that I just put down, it just whisks away. I've just never had an experience like this with eyeshadow ever in my life, so I'm flabbergasted. I'm gonna take Adriana and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, just put it on the outer corner. Kind of blend it in with the green teal color. I said I was going to do something like more basic, and this is not basic, but I feel like I should be able to use like 3 eyeshadows on one eye and not have it be a total disaster, you know? Yeah, maybe this would be fine if I just did one color on the lid, but whoever does that, like, who does that? Nobody does that. Blending with a clean brush. Taking the tiniest little bit more of Lola because it keeps disappearing. And let's try to blend it over like we did for the other eye. Okay, so I think it's pretty good at this point. What I'm gonna do, I already took off these little things in the most graceful way ever. Too bad you missed it. I'm gonna do my face and all that shit and then come back and we'll continue with the eyeshadow. Okay, I don't know how this little piece of blue fallout got down here. It's like there. It's there for good now. So I'm just gonna try and cover it up with a little Shape Tape. I'm gonna put Merrill down here on the lower lash line just to create a nice smooth base for the other shadows. I'm gonna take Nixie and I'm gonna bring that down, kind of like the transition shade down here. Not right up against the lash line, but under. I'm gonna take Beatrice and put that right here up against the lower lash line, just patting it and kind of rubbing it back and forth. In that same position, I'm taking Melody and putting it on this side. Next, I'm taking Sybil, which is a little darker. I'm putting that right next to the pink, light pink, kind of in the center of the eye, center of the lower lid. Alright, you guys, it's so hard to use my brain and do eyeshadow at the same time. I just feel like it's not that pigmented. It's not sticking. This is a pastel shadow. That's what it looks like on my hand. Is that what it looks like on my eye? I just feel like it should be more pigmented. I'm just gonna go and take Azalea and put that on the outer corner of the lower lash line. It's just not sticking. Maybe I'll try the brush that they sent me. Very lightly tapping it because like I don't want to lose that pigment. That's what the shade looks like. I feel like more pigment should be showing up. Gonna take Diana, put that in the center of the lower. The blues and greens are so much more pigmented than the purples and pinks. Just saying. Lastly, I'm going to take Una on the outer corner. Just going to try to put Una right here on the outer corner, outer V of the top lash. I'm just afraid I'm going to blend this shit away. I'm going to take Una and darken up the outer corner of this eye too, just to try and help it out. Taking Una and I'm patting that at the base of my lashes just to darken up the lash line. It's just going to help make it look a little smoky down there. This is the NYX Wonder Pencil. These are the Ardell 250 or 251, I can't remember, but I use these all the time and they're great. Alright guys, I had to finish my face off camera, apparently, because I forgot to hit record. Also, sorry about the sound, I just realized that my mic wasn't plugged in. This video has been a horrible disaster, but let's get into the final thoughts. The brushes, I used this one for blush. It's just big enough to easily put blush on and you don't have to spend a lot of time doing it, which I really liked. Supposedly this one works for blush as well. Let me just clean that off. I found that it is just not the right shape that I like and it's too small and it just kind of like put the pigment right there and then it's like you have to like blend a lot. This worked beautifully for highlight. I highlighted my cheeks chin. I did a little bit on the shoulders and my collarbone. The brush that came with the palette is alright. This is pretty stiff for blending side, but I think it could be useful. This little guy right here, I liked it. It worked. This, I just really don't know. It's very long and pointy, and I just don't know what to do with this yet. There was a little bit of shedding with the face brushes, I have to say. Do I think they're worth the price and the fact that they are not cruelty free? I personally don't think so. I would never buy a brush made out of animal hair if I could get one that does a perfectly good job, if not a better job, that is not animal hair. Just saying. Moving on to the star of the show, the palette. What do you guys think of the look? What do you think? Which eye do you like better? I'm happy with how the look turned out. I think both eyes are pretty. I just have never had such a hard time doing my eyeshadow before. I don't really know what the deal is. These look like they're going to be so pigmented. I mean, this row looks like pastels. Pastel, maybe that one would be considered a pastel, but the rest I feel like should have been more pigmented. The blues are super pigmented, almost to a fault. Like, when that blue pigment gets on your skin, like, it does not come off. The pinks up here, I just thought that they were going to be so much more pigmented, and you can barely even see them on my lower lash line. I don't know. The purples aren't very pigmented either. I don't know. I'm going to leave this makeup on for a little while and come back to it because I feel like these eyeshadows are so powdery that they're barely hanging on, and after a few hours wouldn't be surprised if it just like blows away in the wind. So I'll be back in a little bit to check in. So see you later. I'm back. It's been about 5 hours, 5.5 of wear time for this look. As you can see, I changed my lip. I did eat some In-N-Out and my lipstick got everywhere. So I had to wipe that off and swap it out for this. I decided to do more basic color so you could see how that looks with this eye look. Anyway, so let's zoom in and I'll show you what the makeup looks like after 5 hours. There's the lower lash line portion. I feel like it honestly looks pretty much the same as before, which is cool. No fading. The eyeshadow didn't just like disappear. With the way that these eyeshadows were performing, just like kind of blending away into nothingness, I thought that they were gonna disappear. Obviously I haven't been touching my eyes or anything, but I've been, you know, doing stuff, sneezing a few times because I get these like weird random allergies, and my eyes were watering a little bit too because, like, you know, when you sneeze with lashes on. So I don't know, I think the eyeshadow actually looks pretty good. It is bleeding down a little bit, but that always happens with everything that I wear on my lower lash line. What I wasn't too crazy about is this eye. Although it's pretty, I used like the same amount of shades. I used 6 different shades on this eye, and it really only looks like I used like maybe 2 or 3. Like a purple, a dark purple, and then maybe like a pink on the bottom. But I really ended up using like this whole, all of these 2 rows. They just, I don't know if they weren't pigmented, they didn't layer well. That and just, I've never worked so hard to make eyeshadows work for me. I feel like maybe I am doing something wrong. Like, I don't want to blame it on the eyeshadows because I was really wanting to like this. I wanted to love this. This was an interesting experience. I'm not like an eyeshadow expert or makeup artist. I'm just like an enthusiast. But I have used a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I have just never really experienced something like this. If I had purchased this myself, I might consider returning it just because the eyeshadows don't perform the way that I'm used to eyeshadows performing. That being said, I think this video is coming to a close. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever tried this palette, if you have experienced a similar situation to what I experienced with it, and you know, just what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking through it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I am literally having the hardest time starting this video. I don't know why. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. So mermaids have been in a time... What is wrong with me today? I haven't filmed in a while, so I feel fucking stupid. I have verbal diarrhea today. Like, my brain isn't working. One of my neighbors, like, has a baby, a newborn or something. I can hear their baby crying, screaming. It sounds like somebody blowing on a kazoo. Just kazoo sound. That's what it sounds like. It's annoying. Like, close your windows. I wish there was some way that somebody could tell me if there's like a fucking piece of hair on my face or like something in my teeth. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit more. I'm a YouTuber and I don't know which way is in and out.